All right, so when you want your thumbnail sketches, when you are ready to get them scaled up, you've chosen the one that you want. So I'm gonna choose this one. The best way to make the composition stay the same is because you're gonna go from a small drawing and you're gonna need to scale it up to make a bigger drawing. So the best way to do this is to make a very simple grid. So if you have a ruler, what you're gonna do is you're gonna measure it and find the halfway point. So this format that I have here is 6 inches. So I'm gonna make a mark at the 3-inch mark. Then I'm gonna slide my ruler down and I'm gonna make a second mark at 3 inches. And then I'm gonna connect those dots. Now on the thumbnail sketch, it doesn't matter if I make it dark because it helps me see it, but it will matter when we get to the next one. Then I'm gonna measure this way. So this way is 4 inches, the halfway point is 2 inches. I'm gonna slide my ruler over, make a second mark at 2 inches, connect those 2 dots. So now I have a simple grid system, just putting it into 4 pieces. When I go to the final piece of paper, it's a lot bigger. So I'm gonna have to measure it again. Now this one, I'm gonna measure from the perforation. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but I'm gonna measure from the end here. That's 12 inches. So half of that is 6. I'm gonna slide my ruler down just like I did before, make a second mark at 6. And then this time when I make the line, I've gotta make it super, super light because I'm gonna erase it in the end. I don't wanna see this in the final drawing. It's just there to help me figure out where to place everything. So I'm gonna hold that super lightly and make the lightest mark that I can. Then I'm gonna do the same thing this way. So I hold my ruler this way, it's 9 inches, which means I've got 4.5 to be at the halfway point. And your sketchbook is probably gonna be a different size than mine. So whatever your halfway point is fine. And honestly, this isn't a super mathematical grid. So if you don't have a ruler and you can eyeball and get it pretty close to halfway, it's still gonna be more successful than not doing this at all. So now what I can do is I'm looking at this and I look at like my little Listerine bottle and I'm noticing like in comparison to the grid, it doesn't even go into this second half at all. It's completely in the second and third boxes here, not at all in these 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna know that the side of my Listerine bottle is gonna go about there. Then I'm gonna know, okay, well the lid of it goes almost to the top. So it's probably gonna be somewhere around here. I'm sketching everything really lightly so I can change it. And then this way, I would say it's a little bit past the halfway mark. So maybe about there. And then it doesn't quite touch the bottom here. So about there. So now I know that the size of my Listerine bottle, and I'm not trying to draw it perfectly, I'm just blocking it out, is gonna occupy about that much space in the final drawing versus in the thumbnail. If I make the Listerine bottle the exact same size in the full page drawing, your composition is going to suffer. It's not going to be the same. So now I move on to the toothpaste. So the toothpaste is not at all in the top 2 boxes, but it's in these bottom 2. So it probably starts about here on the Listerine bottle. It goes up and then slightly down right before the halfway point. And then it kind of goes down a little bit more. And then the tail of this toothpaste bottle, it's a little bit less than the halfway point. So it's probably gonna go to about here. And it's below the crosshairs. So I'm looking at that occupying about this amount of space. Doesn't look like a toothpaste bottle yet, but it will when I get to the next part. But at least I know how large to make it.